Welcome to a journey into the world of Buddhism, its history, and its way of life. Buddhism, a major world religion, was founded by Siddhartha Gautama, more commonly known as the Buddha, in India over 2,500 years ago. With an estimated following that ranges from 500 million to 1 billion people, Buddhism's reach is indeed vast. It is a non-theistic faith, a religion that doesn't center around the worship of a god or gods. Instead, it delves deep into the human condition, focusing on the concept of suffering and its causes. The Buddha, once a prince with a lavish lifestyle, sought enlightenment and found it under the shade of a Bodhi tree. This journey of self-discovery and the profound teachings that emerged from it have shaped the lives of countless individuals across the globe. Join us as we explore the profound teachings of Buddha and how they shaped the lives of millions of people around the world. At the heart of Buddhism is the figure of Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha. Born into a life of opulence and comfort, Siddhartha was a prince who seemingly had it all. Yet, he was profoundly moved by the suffering he encountered beyond the palace walls. This ignited in him a deep yearning to understand the nature of suffering, a quest that ultimately led him to renounce his princely life. Siddhartha began a rigorous journey, exploring various paths of spiritual discipline, learning from different teachers, and even embracing severe ascetic practices, yet none of these provided the answers he sought. Eventually he arrived at a pivotal moment in his journey, under the shelter of a Bodhi tree. Here, Siddhartha made a resolute vow. He would not rise until he had found the truth he sought. As he meditated deeply, he attained a profound realization, a state of supreme, unshakable awakening. This moment marked his transformation into the Buddha, the enlightened one. Buddha's enlightenment was not a divine revelation, but a deep understanding of the nature of existence. He comprehended the causes of human suffering and the path to its cessation. This understanding formed the foundation of his teachings, encapsulated in the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path, guiding principles that still resonate with millions today. The Buddha's enlightenment under the Bodhi tree is a central event in Buddhism. It symbolizes the potential within all beings to awaken to the truth and achieve liberation from suffering. It underscores the idea that enlightenment is not a distant, mystical state, but a reality accessible to anyone who embarks on the journey with sincerity and dedication. Siddhartha's transformation into the Buddha became the cornerstone of Buddhism, offering a path to enlightenment for all. Buddhism is not just a religion. It's a way of life centered around profound teachings. Delving into the core of these teachings, we find three pivotal concepts: the 5 moral precepts, the 4 noble truths, and the Eightfold Path. The 5 moral precepts are ethical guidelines that Buddhists strive to follow. They include refraining from taking life, stealing, sexual misconduct, false speech, and intoxicants that cloud the mind. These precepts are not commandments but choices, encouraging individuals to live a life of virtue and integrity. The 4 noble truths, as taught by Buddha himself, address the reality of suffering. The first truth acknowledges the existence of suffering. The second truth explores the cause of suffering, primarily rooted in desire and ignorance. The third truth brings hope, declaring that ending suffering is indeed possible. And the fourth truth, it presents the path to end suffering, leading us to the Eightfold Path. The Eightfold Path is a guide to ethical conduct, mental discipline, and the pursuit of wisdom. It encourages right understanding, right thought, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. It's not a linear path, but a dynamic, interconnected wheel of principles, steering Buddhists towards enlightenment and inner peace. These teachings are the compass that directs Buddhists through the journey of life. They foster a deep understanding of oneself and the world, nurturing compassion, wisdom, and mindfulness. Through these teachings, Buddhists learn to navigate life's challenges, transforming suffering into growth and ignorance into enlightenment. These teachings form the foundation of Buddhism, providing a roadmap for living a life of compassion, wisdom, and inner peace. From its humble beginnings in India, Buddhism has spread across the globe. Originating over 2.5 millennia ago, Buddhism has grown from a solitary quest for enlightenment into a major world religion, shaping cultures and philosophies worldwide. As Buddhism journeyed from its birthplace, it blossomed into various interpretations of Buddha's teachings, each unique but rooted in the same foundational principles. In Southeast Asia, Theravada Buddhism emphasizes personal enlightenment, while Mahayana Buddhism, found mostly in East Asia, focuses on the enlightenment of all beings. Vajrayana Buddhism, primarily practiced in Tibet and Mongolia, incorporates rituals and meditation to accelerate the path to enlightenment. The Dalai Lama, a central figure in Tibetan Buddhism, exemplifies the influence of leading figures in the faith's global spread. As the spiritual leader of Tibetan Buddhism, his teachings and philosophies have touched millions, furthering the reach of Buddhism and its principles. Buddhism's sacred texts and scriptures have played a significant role in disseminating this ancient wisdom. The Tripitaka, or the Three Baskets, is revered in Theravada Buddhism, containing the Buddha's teachings, monastic rules, and philosophical analysis. Mahayana Buddhists, in addition to the Tripitaka, also look to sutras like the Lotus Sutra, which expounds on the concept of universal enlightenment. So, from the lush landscapes of Southeast Asia to the bustling cities of the West, Buddhism continues to thrive and evolve. Its teachings resonate with people from all walks of life, providing a path to navigate the complexities of existence and the human condition. Despite its diverse interpretations, the essence of Buddhism remains the same, a path to overcoming suffering and achieving enlightenment. The universality of its teachings transcends geographical boundaries, making Buddhism not just a religion, but a timeless guide to leading a mindful and compassionate life. Buddhism is not just a collection of teachings, it's a way of life. This profound philosophy is woven into the daily routines of Buddhists, creating a tapestry of mindfulness, compassion, and inner peace. The teachings of Buddhism are not confined within the walls of temples or holy scriptures. Instead, they infuse life with a spirit of compassion and understanding. From the moment a Buddhist wakes up to the moment they retire for the night, their actions are guided by the 5 moral precepts and the Eightfold Path. These principles lay the groundwork for ethical conduct, mental discipline, and the cultivation of wisdom. But how is this wisdom expressed in daily life? Let's look at the Buddhist festivals and observances. These celebrations are not merely about festivities and joy. They are an opportunity for Buddhists to express gratitude, show compassion, and reflect on their journey towards enlightenment. During such ceremonies, Buddhists recite sutras, offer food and other items to the monks, and perform acts of generosity towards the less fortunate. Why do Buddhists place such importance on these principles? The answer lies in the very heart of Buddhism, the quest to overcome suffering. Buddhists believe that by living a life of mindfulness and compassion, they can break free from the cycle of suffering. This is not a promise of an otherworldly paradise, but a roadmap towards inner peace and contentment here and now. The Buddhist way of life is not about renouncing the world, it's about engaging with it mindfully. It's about making every moment an opportunity for growth and understanding. It's about treating every living being with kindness and respect. It's about finding beauty and wisdom in the ordinary and the everyday. Living the Buddhist way means embracing compassion, mindfulness, and the pursuit of inner peace in our everyday lives. It's about transforming each moment into a step towards enlightenment, each action into a gesture of love, and each thought into a seed of wisdom. For a Buddhist, every day is a journey, every moment a teaching, and every breath a prayer. If you enjoyed this journey and want to learn more about living the best life, subscribe to Best Life Now for more enlightening content. Thank you for joining us on this journey.